Lots of people think it's a myth, but it's true that Coca Cola started out with cocaine as an active ingredient. Cocaine was first used as a medicine that was administered to children and even pregnant women. They didn't know what we know about cocaine, and so they thought it was perfect to put in wine, and yes, even beverages like Coca Cola. Cocaine gets popular fast. Think about it. People have it coming from all sides. Doctors are recommending it for every ailment. It's sold in drinks and drops. On top of that, celebrities of the time, including Queen Victoria and Jules Verne, endorse its use. It's no surprise that more and more cases start popping up where people are just plain addicted. The New York Daily Tribune fuels the dwindling public opinion of cocaine in the early 1900s when they publish an article titled "Cocaine Sniffers." They say that it might possibly wipe out the African American population in the South due to its addictive qualities and the recent increase in use. Coca Cola wants nothing to do with cocaine and decides to take action.
Coca Cola started getting rid of the cocaine in about 1902. That's a couple of years before cocaine was actually prohibited in 1914.
While cocaine is no longer used, the coca leaf is still an integral part of the drink. Here's what Coca Cola did. Coca Cola seeks out coca leaves with the active cocaine removed. Using spent leaves, Coca Cola can still keep their flavor as close to the original as possible. Did Coca Cola ever try to take the coca leaves out of their formula?
Yeah, well, it's been reported that the 1985 new Coke formula that we now know is a famous disaster, that was an attempt for Coca Cola to remove the coca that was politically problematic.
New Coke was originally introduced back in 1985. For the first time ever, Coca-Cola's flavor didn't include coca leaves. The reaction to Coca-Cola changing its formula is just catastrophic for the company. Coke sets up a hotline where customers can call in. After hearing some of the messages, they hire a psychologist to listen to them. The psychologist describes the grief customers express in the calls as similar to what someone expresses when they lose a family member. After all the pressure from consumers, Coca-Cola decides to switch back. So, coca leaves, from which cocaine is derived, is still being legally imported into the United States?
They bring in hundreds of tons of coca every year into a chemical processing plant into New Jersey, and that's where the cocaine is extracted from the coca leaf.
While Coca-Cola doesn't import coca leaves, the Stepan Company, which owns a chemical processing plant in Maywood, New Jersey, certainly does. They import 100 metric tons every year, and Coca-Cola is their top client.